I am back. I hope this time it will work. I was having a technical problem, trying to charge my phone while I'm trying to deliver my lecture, and I couldn't put it stable, standing still. But now we will work out something. Hopefully everything will be okay. Welcome back, my dear students. I really miss you so much, and it's a pleasure always to be with you here. By the way, teaching in several locations outside Cairo University, I really would like to say that you are one of the best group I love to work with. You are really my children, and you are very nice, keen to learn, and I'm going to do all my best to tell you the maximum of the subject that you can gain the maximum knowledge of it. I did send you an assignment about poster, and I'm going to explain today and go over this one, and then we'll continue with posters to see other type of posters, see how it works. The only thing I highly appreciate so much, to be ready with your questions. Piece of paper and pen, and try to write everything. Before we start, I'm going to go over the assignment which I give it to you. However, be ready to pick every word I'm going to say, because it means something, and it will make your life easier when you design the poster. I did receive, to my surprise, which I was very impressed, yesterday I did receive from one of your colleagues, which we have posted today already to you, an attempt to draw the poster, and she asked me actually my feedback. I would love to talk about it, and I didn't want to answer her. I didn't want to answer to her email, as she already contacted me, because I want all of us, we can gain from something which actually it's same thing we are going to talk about. So, designing a poster, as if you remember, we agreed the poster has several sizes. It starts from the flyer you give out in the streets up to one full page, which we already hang it on a bus stop, metro station, in front of your college yard, even in the entrance to your college. All this can be in one full sheet. Okay, if I would like you to design a poster in a one full sheet size, do you think you are going to bring a full sheet, start drawing on it, and then you will develop this into the print machine or whatever system you are going to do in order to print it? No, it doesn't work this way. So how does it work? We do it in a base which we call scale. What does it mean, scale? Scale is to minimize the size of the main object I would like to work with into a proportional size. Proportional size, it means a multiple, like half size, a quarter size, 1/8, 1/16, 1/32. How can we do that? Let me give you a simple demonstration. If we have full sheet, the full sheet is 100 by 70, right? 100 centimeters by 70 centimeters. Okay, if I split this sheet to half, it means this will be a 50 and this will remain 70. Very good. And this will be called half. If I do it, split it this way, will become quarter, and the 70 becomes 35 and 35, and here is 50. And this is what we call it quarter. What about if I split it again here? This we call it 1/8 because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we make it to 8. And now this 50 become 25. Then the 50 here, we split it, become 25. And the upper part, the straight one here is 35. And this what we call it 1/8. 1/8. It means 8 of this one makes a full sheet. Then when you draw in this one, in order to develop a poster, it's easy when you try to develop it as a poster to multiply each thing here 8 times will give you the exact size of the poster with the exact details. Very good. Well, 25 by 35 will fit on our sketchbook. I don't know. Someone got a big sketchbook, someone got a small one. So what should we do? We split again. Then the 35 we will split it. It will become 17 and a half by 25. 25 long, 17 and a half wide. Is this enough? No, 25 long is still big. So what should we do? We split another line here, and that's what we call 12 and a half by 17 and a half. Now, how many pieces did we divide the whole sheet here in order to get the piece of paper we are going to use for drawing? We found that each square, each rectangular here, divided to 8. Then 8 in 4 becomes 32. Then 17 and a half multiplied by 12 and a half size sheet, that will be equal to 1/32 of the full size sheet. I hope this is not confusing, but it's extremely important. Therefore, because we are going to use it a lot, therefore I'm going to pause now and ask if you understood it or you want me to re-explain it before I keep moving. It's very critical, very simple, but very critical for those who don't understand it. If you understand it, it's very simple. Then please send me your questions. Let me know if you already understand it or not yet. No questions? Everyone is okay with it? Can someone to say okay, go ahead, to see if I'm receiving questions or text message or not? Someone to tell me if it's okay or not. Okay, sorry doctor, I didn't understand. What did you re-explain it, please again? I'm going to re-explain it. Okay, Yes, by the way, guys, unless you communicate with me, I don't know if my phone is working and receiving message from you or not. Then even if you do understand, say, okay, go ahead, continue. If you don't, you send me a message, but don't keep quiet. By the way, we are getting together for your own benefit. I am not forcing you to come in. The university did not ask me to give a live lecture, but I believe an interactive lecture is extremely important for you guys, especially if you read something you misunderstood it, or you understood that thing in a way, and when I speak to you, when I explain it, you find that it was wrong, but you understand from me different. So I'm trying to help, and we work together. As I told you, you are my children, and we would love that you can come. You are not any students, you are a very unique students. You are excellent students, and I would love you to be always this way. By the way, attendance to me, of course, I don't care who will attend, who doesn't. But for those who made the efforts to come in, I'm going to consider that in a bonus. And I told Dr. Christine and Dr. Laila to take a note with every name comes in. Someone can come in and open, join us, leave the phone and go play somewhere else. Okay, here it is, I am there with you. Also, communication, participating with me, it counts. I mean, if you just leave your phone and go, it doesn't mean that you are with us. But to communicate with us, it's extremely important. When I ask, do you have any questions? At least say no. That means you are in. You didn't leave your phone to make me happy, and I feel that you are in and you went away. Okay? Let me explain again how a full-size sheet works. Okay, here it is. This one is a full-size sheet. The full-size sheet is 100 by 70. The size of any full-size sheet is 70 centimeters wide by 100 centimeters long. If I would like to draw a poster, but I don't have a sheet this way, or I would like to draw it in a small scale that I can play with it, then what should I do? Okay, if we split that sheet right in the middle, then the size now will be, here will be 50, here will be 70. Very good. And this one, we call it half. It means if I would like to get the actual size of the poster, I have to multiply everything drawn here into 2. So far is okay? Now, that size I don't have. I need a smaller size. No problem. Divide this one long way, then you will get 50, and here is 35, because this one is 70, half of it 35 and 35, and this is 100, half of it is 50 and 50, and we will call this one as a quarter, or 1/4. It means every time I need to get the actual size of the poster. I have to multiply everything I draw here into 4, because this 1/4 from the sheet size. So what size do you have now? 50 by 35. No, it's too big. There is no sketchbook 50 by 35. So what should we do? We split one more. It becomes 25 by 35, and this we'll call it 1/8. So why 1/8? Because here 1, 2, 3, 4, and down 1, 2, 3, 4. It will be this way too. I don't want any confusion from anyone. Then there are 8 of them. Then this one will be 1/8. 1 to 8. It means each unit here equal to 8 units from the original size. I hope so far it's easy. Okay, do we have paper 25 by 35? Yes, we do, but the special sketchbook. But the sketchbook we have is smaller than that. So how can we get it? How can we draw it? We split again. Then we split here. We split this one. This one, half of it was 35. Half the 35 is 17.5. Then this one will be 17.5 by 25. Do we have a sketchbook by this size? You may have. I mean, you don't have. Okay? But what I'm sure from, that if we split this one more, then I kept the 17.5 as it is, but the 25 here I split it to half, then become 12.5 by 17.5. Why I'm saying so? Because when you, in the exam, final exam, if you would like to draw your poster in the answer book, you have a specific size of paper, not any size of paper. So how it's going to work? How we are going to do it? I tell you, you start dividing the size of your poster, which is 70 by 100, to 32 parts, because this is 1/32. Why? Because 4 here and 8 here give it 32. Then you divide this one by 4. If the size is 70, you divide it by 4, which will give you 17.5. And if the 100 you divide it by 8, it will give you 12.5. And this will work well in your answer book. So now, what do we call this one? We call it 1/32. It means each drawing here, if I would like to see it as an actual size, I have to multiply it by 32 times. Now, it's one small piece here, but this actually 1/32 of the whole sheet, which I would like to use for drawing. So far, it becomes simple. Did you understand or not? I don't mind to repeat again. Trust me. I need to hear from you. Yes or no? Okay. Mariam is saying that Salma says that, Doctor, can't we draw in the middle of the paper the proportions. Okay, Salma, your problem is that you don't have that big sheet in order to draw in the middle of it the proportions. Why we do proportions? Because you have a small sheet, and if we have a small sheet, we would like to see the size of this small sheet is how much, and to see how much equal to the full size. If you intend to draw a full size like we draw now, or we are going to draw as an example, which is 100 by 70. You remember we said full sheet 100 by 70. So if you would like to draw 100 by 70 and you find that you have only a small piece of paper, in the exam I'm not going to give you 100 centimeter by 70 centimeter sheet. I will give you the answer book, which can accommodate maximum 17 and a half by 12 and a half. Therefore, we are forced to do it this way. But if you have a big size sheet and you would like to make proportion first, you'd like to use it in several designs, then yes, think about the proportions. As I told you, is 1/2, 1/4, 1/8, 1/16, 1/32. This is the minimum you can draw down, and you can see it. It will not be big, like a piece of paper. Then this is exactly what I meant. Before I move to Mariam's question, is it clear, Salma, or this wasn't your question? Is it clear? Salma, did I explain or did I answer your questions or not yet? Guys, do me a favor. We have to communicate faster a little bit, otherwise I will not be able to finish today. Okay, Salma, I consider that you understood the question, you understood the answer. Mariam said, does this apply to the designs made on computer? When you make it on computer, there is no one sheet of paper screen size. You don't have a screen size one sheet. So whatever you draw, it will be also drawn in proportions, but the computer will do it for you. You tell him, I would like to do a poster this size and put it into this scale, he will do it for you. You found piece of paper in front of you. If you would like to make it a size, full size, then you have to draw it, and you keep moving the screen right and left, up and down, in order to see exactly the remaining of piece of paper. Is it clear? Did I give you the right answer? Mariam, sorry, the answer you understood? Mariam, are you okay? Okay, Mariam, Salma answered me. Mariam has to answer me, please, before I keep moving to next one. Okay. Christine said, I don't understand. Sure, I'm repeating. Christine Yusuf, did you get it now, or you still don't understand? I repeated as per the others' requests. Did you understand? Okay. I'm sorry, I'm trying to flip to see exactly if I missed anyone or not. Gloria, please let me know, you and Christine and Asma, if you did understand or not. I can repeat for you. Gloria, does that mean that we should divide the sheet into half or quarters or according to our sketchbook? That's right, you got it now. To see exactly how big is your sketchbook, measure it, and when you measure it, see how much your sketchbook equal to the sheet. It can be a quarter, can be 1/8, 1/16, whatever. But you keep in mind this percentage to know that when you draw it, you have to multiply it by this number in order to get the actual size of the poster. Zena Hazem said, explain again. I did. I hope that you guys, you don't have to understand. I can repeat again, but I have to know that you still don't understand. Then please let me know. Lujain said, Doctor, do you mean that we should divide the sheet into parts? No. We don't divide anything into parts. We see what size sheet we have, and we see the size of this sheet and know how much this size equal to our full size sheet which we would like to use it. Like you have, for example, size of sheet which is 12.5 by 17.5 piece of paper, 12.5 by 17.5, and you'd like to draw a full sketchbook, a full poster which full size sheet which is 100 by 70, then your 12.5 by 17.5 will equal to 1/32. It means every time you design something, keep in mind this will be multiplied by 32 times. I hope you got it, Lujain, now. Okay. Sarah said, when I divided, what am I supposed to do with the divisions? You guys, it seems that I didn't explain myself well to you. We have sheet of paper which we would like to print our poster in one full sheet, which is 100 by 70. Very good. What do? Normally we draw it first. Very good. Then either to draw right into 100 to 70, which is full size, which will never work in the computer because it will be out of the screen. You have to keep moving the screen right and left. It doesn't work. You don't see the remaining. So what should we do? We should make it to scale. It means this much big sheet, I will get this much small piece of paper and use it to draw. When you have this one on your screen, you will see it fully and you can draw on it. But if you don't have it and you have a full sheet, then you have, if this is your screen this much and this is the full sheet, then you have to keep moving the screen top and bottom, right and left, middle, etc. You will never be able to design. But we normally take a piece which fits within the screen, or see how much is the size of the sheets I have. You do have a sketchbook. Okay, this sketchbook, how big it is. I need you to scale it, measure it. And if you have it handy, measure it. And you will see that it can be presenting 1/8 of the whole sheet, 1/32, 1/16, whatever. I mean, your piece of paper which you have, that small part here, you have it outside. If you'd like to draw on it, keep in mind that piece you have is equal to this part only. Then when you would like to draw anything on it, you keep in mind that those drawings coming on your paper has to be multiplied 32 times in order to have a full size sheet, full sheet. You know, guys, I will recommend tomorrow Dr. Christine and Dr. Laila will help us getting into via Zoom. Zoom will not be able to take all of us, but at least first to come, first serve, whatever, 40 or 50, it can take up to this much, and we can be voice chat, that I can get exactly the exact meaning of your questions, and you can get from me whatever I mean. Maybe this will work better. Don't you agree? Because I believe still you don't understand why do we make a scale. We do not take a full sheet and we make a scale unless we would like to draw several proposals of that poster to show it to my client. Then I divide it and put all of them in one sheet and show it to him. You got it so far? Let me see the next question. Okay, Sarah, did you get it? No, you are not supposed to divide. That sheet of paper you have, its size, it's part of that full sheet. Then you have to know how big is your sheet equal to the full sheet, that when you draw, you know later on how much you would like to multiply the units in your sheet in order to receive a full size sheet. Farida, what about the computer design? I told you, computer always design everything, mix proportions and put it in front of you. You can draw a sheet 100 to 70, you see it full screen, and you'd like to draw 50 by 70, also you see it full screen, but it is to scale, inside the scale. Computer scales it itself, by itself. Okay? Mariam said that, does this apply when we do the assignment on the computer? You have to say, I want this size, scale it, put it into scale. You will see it there if you work, I don't know which software you are working with, but there is a scale there which can give you the piece of paper, right, full size, the full screen size. Gloria said, should we write how much we divided the sheet and the exact size of sheet wanted? You have to keep in mind. You would like to write it for the record, okay, but you have to keep in mind how big is the size of sheet you have and how much it's equal to the full sheet or half sheet, whatever you are supposed to draw on it. And later on, you know the percentage and you know how much you have to apply it with. Okay. Alia Isam, Doctor, I understand the division and the size, but Should we use a ruler, for example, and make the appropriate size? Definitely. How can you do it? Alia, how can you do it without having a ruler and you measure? Like a piece of paper you have to measure it and do it this way. Okay, let me tell you one thing else. You have a sheet of paper, a sketchbook. It happened that your sketchbook is 15 by 20. 15 by 20, it is not. It will be equal to 1 over 15 and a half, or it doesn't work this way. So what should we do? We will come on that sheet of paper, which 15 by 20, and see what is the nearest size proportionally with the full sheet. Then the nearest one, either 17 and a half by 12 and a half or 17 and a half by 25. Nope, 25 is bigger because we have 20 by 22 or whatever, let's say. So what should I do? Or 15 by 20. 15 by 20, is that what I said? So the only one work is 17 and a half by 12 and a half. In this case, I have to use that sheet of paper I have, and I draw one of the units, either 1 over 32, 1 over 16, 1 over 8, 1 over 4, 1 and a half, it depends. Okay? I hope this also it's an easy for you. Okay, Nayera, thank you, Nayera. Zaina, thank you. Salma, thank you. Dina Hisham, yes. It is pretty clear. Thank you so much, Dina. Thank you. Alia, clear. Mariam, there is a delay in the chat. I'm sorry for that. Let us try. You see, God bless me. Really, God gave me a lot of blessing, especially in this course. I have 2 of the amazing TA, and I have a university who's really supporting us to upload whatever videos we have. So I don't mind to work with Zoom. I can see today only 42 are here. That's fair enough. Fair enough. 42 can, I think Zoom can take them. Then tomorrow lecture, excuse me, tomorrow lecture, Dr. Christine and Dr. Laila, if you can help us setting a Zoom at 4 o'clock. And when Zoom ends, we can take with the same ID, I think, take another session, then we'll continue for the remaining of the class. Okay, this way you can speak, I can speak, we all can play with it and can be very good. How does this sound to you? I hope it's okay. Okay, Asma Hekel said, it means that I have the flexibility to draw any size of poster on computer. Yes, Asma, you are absolutely right. You can draw a banner. You know a banner 5 meters long by 2 meters down. Can you imagine? You can put it on computer. That's why we use whatever called a scale. Christine Youssef, doctor, in the final exam, when we receive the answer sheet, it will be 17 and a half by 12 and a half. Excellent. That's it. That's it. Then you don't have to divide. It's right in front of you. But you should keep in mind one thing. Anything you draw here, it will be multiplied. Then don't draw something this much big, quarter of the page. And when you multiply it, it will become this much big. Take half of the poster. You should think proportionally how things look like. Okay? Ahmad is Sayyid. The thing is that comments takes a few seconds to appear to you, doctor. Okay, by now I'm picking up. I'm going through. Thank you, Ahmad. Yes, thank you so much. Okay, Lujain got it. Thank God. Okay. Yomna, just watching. Okay. Zaina said Zoom is great, it will be better. We will do that. The only problem here, after I finish, I said save. It's saved. And I said share. It goes share. And above all, Mr. Mahmoud and the department there, they take it and upload it in YouTube. With Zoom, I will consult with my dear assistants, Dr. Laila and Dr. Christine, how can we save it? How can we upload it? Because it must be saved and uploaded that those who couldn't see it or those who would like to go over it again, they can review the lecture and see it at any time. Okay. Sarah said, so the actual size of poster is 70 by 100. This is the full size page. If I ask you to make a full size page poster, is 100 by 70. But we just use 12.5 by 17.5 as in illustration to show our design. That's right. Asma Hekel said, yes, Zoom is better. Thank you. Christine Yusuf said, doctor, that means that all of this we will just keep in mind while drawing, but not drawing the cells, and divided we must have, and I see you said see more. But we just have to know it in our mind. Did I understand right? Yes, you did. You divide, as I give you a good example. I said you have a piece of paper. That piece of paper is 15 by 20. If you take 15 by 20, you see how much percentage this one to 100 by 70 sheet, it will give you 15 and some fractions. It doesn't work this way. No. We go for equal. Either 1/2, 1/4, 1/8, 1/16, 1/32. So, what should I do? I will look which one of the scales are closer to that sheet of paper I have. I have sheet of paper 15 by 20. Then the nearest one which will fit in, and it will be an equal to one of the proportions for the full sheet, which will be a 12.5 by 17.5, which I already give it to you to make it easy for you. I hope it's okay, clear now, Christine. Maria said Zoom is better. Sure. Lobna's watching. Guys, don't forget, Zoom can be better, but it doesn't accommodate large number of people. It doesn't give us more than half an hour. Some people said give 40 minutes. I don't know. But you cannot take more than half an hour and limited number of people. Hopefully it will work more than that, inshallah. So our session might be 2 sessions. We'll take one, and when it Zoom end, we'll start again. And as I can see, the number is 3940 it means the others are not here. That's okay. I hope that my TAs are taking the names who are attending, because as I promised them, there will be a bonus for attending and bonus for participating or communicating with us. Okay. Here, Riri Midhat said Ahmed, Tantawi, Muhammad Khalid. What about them, Riri? What? Gloria said thank you, Gloria. Alia, thank you too. Salma, okay. Rujain, okay. Hamza said, sorry doctor, but the number of divisions of any sheet of paper depends on what? Okay. Let us put it the other way, Hams. The 12 and a half by 17 and a half is the smallest size you can draw on it. Smaller than that will be a very tiny, very small, and you don't need. What about 12 and a half by 17 and a half? This is a size which we can find piece of paper, as your friend said now, the exam paper is 12 and a half by 17 and a half. Then this way you have a piece of paper. But if you have a bigger than that, you divide it by percentage wise bigger than that. I mean, if you would like to draw on sheet of paper which have sheet 50 by 70 and you divide, or you have a sheet of paper which is 12 and a half by 17 and a half. This 12 and a half by 17 and a half, if we draw on it and would like to make it full size for a full sheet, then we have to multiply each unit here 32 times. But if you would like to enlarge this one to make it full size, which half sheet, then this one will be 16 times. Then the first one will multiply it by 32 times. This one, if half sheet. Okay, what about quarter sheet? It means I will do it 1/8, etc. Okay? Okay, Haneen, thank you. Said Zoom works better. I agree with you, but I told you about the situations and the problem. We have a few situations. A, number of people, number of participants. B, time. C, how to save it and upload it. Okay? And for you to review it. Otherwise, it's okay with me. Anything I can work. I try to use Facebook because it's unlimited number of people, unlimited number of time, etc. Okay. Carmina Philip said, Doctor, maybe Zoom will be easier, but the problem is if anyone has a connection problem and cannot open the lecture at, okay, I'm trying to see, he said sees more, you have a lot of and cannot open it, cannot open the lecture at this time, it won't be saved like the Facebook Live. Here we go. Thank you so much, Carmina. I'm going to consult with my A team, Dr. Christine and Dr. Laila, to see how it will work. But my intention that this lecture, to be saved as a reference for you. You can go back to it anytime, or for those who couldn't attend for any reason or the other, they can go back and see it. But we will keep in mind Zoom, of course, and we'll work with it, hopefully. Dina said, exactly, we won't have the lecture. What do you mean, Dina? What do you mean we don't have the lecture? Sameh said, in addition to some privacy and security issues. I didn't get it, Sameh. What do you mean by privacy and security issues? Shahinda says, but Zoom has many problems according to privacy. What kind of a problem? You don't want to open the... I prefer, let's be frank with each other. If we are going to work with Zoom, everyone has to open his or her camera. I don't want people to open their computer on a Zoom to show that they are in the lecture, and bye-bye, they go play hockey outside and just go and have lunch or chat with their friends, and when we end, he will close the computer. No. If we are going to work with Zoom, then all of us, starting from me, our camera has to be open. Let us hear if you have a problem with this. Ala said, faculty channel is better. You mean faculty channel? It means I go and videotape for you and you just watch it. What about if you don't understand, like something like now? How many times we repeated the issue of scale? If I videotape it for you and you don't understand, how can we communicate? There is no interactive system through the faculty's channel, right? Okay. Basant said, Doctor, according to what the poster included, do lamp-free in choosing colors? Do I am free according to what the poster says? Yes, you are free to choose. Basant, I'm answering your question. You are asking if you are free to choose the colors, photos, or there is any instructions to put. I'm trying to open, it says see more, I'm trying to open.